Thank you. Welcome back. First of all, I want to apologise for the lack of videos the last month or two. I do apologise. I have been travelling for work. I was away for a month in Europe, and I was able to get one video out in that period of time, but it was really, really hard. Got a day job, got to keep the money coming in, as they say. So thank you for your patience. So what am I doing today? Today I'm continuing on my review of the Indian Challenger 2020 Limited, not Elite. I made an error on my last video. Thank you for my subscribers to point that out. I really do. Thank you. So what have I done since the 24,000 kilometre review? I've added another 10,000 to that. I did about 35,000 kilometres on that bike, and nothing went wrong with the bike. The bike performed really, really well. As I was saying in my previous video, the engine just performed perfectly. It was strong. It just got better and better and more refined. What did I do to the 2020 Indian Challenger? What modifications? The modifications I did to that bike was I did a K&N, put a K&N air filter in that bike. I put Reinhardt exhausts, and I actually had Indian put in the stage 1 factory tune, and that really changed the way the bike rode. The throttle lag that everybody complains about sort of went away. Still there every now and again, but it was much better. What are the other little things that I did? I did some bling accessories like floorboards, passenger pegs. I upgraded them, and just little bits, heated grips, things like that. The bike was was a great bike. And I say what's happened in that period of time? Well, let me show you. I bought an Indian Challenger Jack Daniels Special Edition, Limited Edition. It is number 091 of 107 bikes built in the world. Here in Australia, I believe there's 7 or 6 bikes. I can't confirm that, but I know there's no more than 7 bikes here in Australia. A little bit of a story about this bike. I saw this last year, and unfortunately, I missed out on the opportunity to even consider buying this motor. I walked into the shop a few months back to buy tyres for my 2020 Challenger. And as I was walking out, I happened to see this motorcycle, and it was covered in dust, cobwebs, but it was for sale. Apparently, the purchaser of the bike took it home, rode it back to the shop the next day, because it just didn't fit him correctly. He downsized to another Indian motorcycle, to a smaller bike. And then the bike was put into storage. So I had the opportunity to purchase this bike. It had 150 kilometers, I think, on the clock. It was not even run in. So how do I compare the Indian Challenger Jack Daniels 2022 model to my Indian Challenger 2020? Well, the biggest complaint that I ever had on my old Challenger was the paintwork. The paintwork, the clear gloss was very soft. It scratched very easily. This, no problems whatsoever. The paintwork is exceptionally high standard. The features on this bike is exceptionally high standard. The detail that's gone into this bike, high standard. But the other noticeable difference that I see or feel on this bike and hear on this bike is the engine. I think they've refined something in the engine from 2020 to 2022. And, as we know, technology gets better and better. They improve tunes and so on and so on. But this is a remarkably different riding motorcycle. You listen to the exhaust, it's different. The clutch is a lot more predictable. It doesn't. It's not as sensitive as my older Challenger. So just some of those little features and improvements has really is improved the way that I ride this bike. So what's next? I've only put 2,000 kilometres or so on this bike. It is, by the way, fitted with the electronic suspension as well. That is one other feature that I love. Sorry, I didn't mention that before. That is, it's a game changer in my opinion. What's next? Well, you may know or you may not know that Christine and I are going to America. Now, I'll put Christine's YouTube channel here or here or here. I'll work it out somewhere. We are going to America for 3 months. So in about 3 weeks, this bike and Christine's vintage, Indian vintage, will go in a container on a ship and across to Seattle. We are going from the west coast all the way to the east via Sturgis through a number of other many stops. Christine will give you a very good explanation on her channel of where we're actually going to and stopping and her appearances and things like that. So Sturgis, I know she's got an appearance scheduled for on Sturgis. And then we head over towards the East Coast where we're catching up with some family and friends. And then we start going back down towards Tennessee, Jacksonville, Fisherville, all of those areas there, towards Vegas, and then back towards the West Coast to LA, where after 3 months, we'll put these bikes back inside a container on a ship and back home. By that stage, I think we would have completed around about 20,000 kilometres. So I will be able to give you a good feedback or a good report of how this bike handled itself in that period of time. So please go and visit her channel. I'll put her link here again and have a look at that because it's quite amazing. She's going to record the whole trip on her YouTube channel. I'm going to record some of the signature rides, like Tail of the Dragon, Blue Ridge Pathway, all of those ones there. Some well known, some not well known. We're going to look for some really quirky little roads, and I'm going to record all that. And hopefully, one day you guys can experience that too, and it gives you a little bit of an insight of traveling around America. So until then, please take care. I hope to see you out on the road one day, and thank you. Subscribe, click bell, do all that kind of stuff, and we'll be talking soon. Thank you.